moment when police officers in San Jose surrounded a man and an officer repeatedly punched this person while they were on the ground.
KRON 4's Lezla Gooden spoke with neighbors who witnessed the altercation between police and the unhoused man. And we do want to warn you that the video you're about to see is difficult to watch.
On Monday, neighbors off of Lee Avenue in Fruitville shot this video of several San Jose police officers detaining an unhoused man. But what shocked this neighborhood is one of the officers began to punch the man, who neighbors call Oscar, in the head while he was on the ground. The woman seen walking up barefoot to check on Oscar is Jeanette Holsworth, who says this incident took place right in front of her home. And you can hear Oscar in this video, too.
Hey, we're here. We're here. Come on. Come on. You're on his back. I know there's a lot.
He's fighting us again.
I understand. I understand.
I mean, even if it was a strong, young white male or whatever, like whoever's under there, like I didn't want them to be, permanently harmed or killed. And that was just the biggest concern to me in that moment.
She says she was putting her kids to bed around 8 p.m. when she heard loud noises in a helicopter. And once outside, she said the officer was hitting Oscar so hard she could hear the blows.
At that point, when he was being hit, he was completely restrained. He had 3 or 4 officers around him, holding him down. His hands were already behind his back. He was essentially a punching bag at that point. He was not an active threat.
According to San Jose police, they received a call from another neighbor about an indecent exposure incident involving an unhoused male. They say the reporting party was afraid as the suspect was trespassing on her property and was touching himself. Police say officers found the suspect laying on the sidewalk, but they say once the officers approached him, the suspect stood up and ran away. In a statement, San Jose police went on to say, during the physical altercation, the suspect bit one of the officers. The suspect's act of resistance prompted a use of force incident to occur. Ultimately, the suspect was taken into custody and sustained minor injuries that did not require hospital evaluation. As a result of the incident, 3 officers were evaluated at a local hospital for minor injuries related to the struggle and later released.
Human bites like get infected more than dog bites, animal bites, anything. They're disgusting.
Don't worry, it's not that bad.
About 3, 4 officers holding Oscar down, which was the homeless man. And then another officer came in. He drove in fast, came out of the car, ran towards Oscar, and dove in with a flying knee to his head.
This is Dominic, who also captured video from that night and says he did not see what led up to the officers detaining Oscar, but says he needed to record what he was seeing.
Gosh, how much does this actually happen? Like how much of this actually goes on that we're not aware of? And, it needs to stop. We can do better. That's not how you detain someone.
San Jose police say they are investigating the use of force incident. Mayor Matt Mahan released a statement about the altercation, reading in part, use of force, even when justified, is hard to watch. Our proactive department investigates all use of force cases to ensure our officers follow the law. But the truth is, the suspect should have been indoors and in care, not exposing himself in a neighborhood. We have one of the best police departments in the country.
If we're going to really sit around and say like what would and wouldn't have happened if this man had been in housing, I hear the mayor's statement, and what I hear is this man wouldn't have been beaten by police if he wasn't on our streets. And I think that just sets a really dangerous precedent.
Jeanette tells me other community groups and other county departments have been trying to get in contact with Oscar, but have been unsuccessful. San Jose police say he was transported and booked into the Santa Clara County Jail for indecent exposure, resisting arrest, and battery on an officer. Lezla Gooden, KRON 4 News.